Wichita. Wings Soccer is on the air. Tonight, semifinal contest between the Wings and the Sockers is a service of University Bank of Wichita. One bank for all of your financial needs. By Godfather's Pizza, for the pizza you can't refuse. By Air Midwest. By American Travel, the world of delights. By the bank, the Kansas City Bank and Trust Company. By Midway Auto Supply. If we don't have it, we'll get it. By the Sports Scene, for the store that has the edge. By Soccer West, the practice home of the Wichita Wings. And by Amoco Oil. Bruce Hurdle, Blake Schreck at the Kansas Coliseum with the starting lineups for the Wings and the Sockers. Here's Blake.
Alan Mayer will open in goal. Martin Donnelly, Gert Wieserkowski in the back. Number 10, Kaz Dana, Julie V. And number 15, Gina Wilrich for San Diego. For Wichita, Andy Chapman, Greg Willen, Kim Rudfed, Jurgen Christensen, Norman Piper, and Mike Dowler will open in the nets.
You're listening after tonight's contest for a major announcement right here on your Voice of the Wings 13 KFH. It concerns, of course, the future of the Wings and how you will continue to perceive them in the future. We hope that you'll be joining Barry Gaston and Bill Kendling for that little bit of information. Ball is controlled by San Diego off the opening kickoff, but Toros Cabrician blows the first whistle just 2 seconds into the ball game. And San Diego will put the ball back into play at the midfield circle. Julie V and Greg Willen have had a running battle during this playoff series. Of course, V has only had a goal and an assist, while Willen has been on him. And that one goal, quite frankly, was when Greg was trying to foil a fast break opportunity. San Diego with the ball in the midfield. V with it. Willen gives him a little punch at the red line, but Julie shrugs him off, turns and drives it into the right-hand corner. Breaking in free, the shot comes and a score, and already San Diego has drawn first blood as the Wings come out lethargic, and it's 1-0. San Diego leading, just 14:37 left to go into the period, so incredibly quick. The goal is scored, I believe, by Martin Donnelly as the defender broke through on the weak side, and indeed, that is where the goal has come.
And that just as you were talking about the confrontation between V and Willen, right there, Greg Willen had a little push to Julie V. Julie V then was free. Jurgen Christensen left Martin Donnelly to come over to V, and of course, there's a little confusion on who should be marking who. Donnelly was left wide open, just came in on Mike Dowler. Impossible try for Mike Dowler to stop it, knocked it past him. So again, confusion right off the bat on the defensive assignments with V and Willen marking, of course, Greg Willen marking V.
23 seconds into the game is Christensen now on the left wing, trying to work by Donnelly. Centers it for Piper. Donnelly knocks it away and leaves it for Alan Mayer. San Diego does a tremendous job collapsing around the goalkeeper, Mayer, and it makes it very difficult for the Wings to move any type of pattern around the goal mouth area as the ball is distributed all the way to the Wings defensive end. Kim Rudfed corrals it, leaves it ahead for Andy Chapman. Wings trail 1-0. Incredibly, just about a minute into the contest, Chapman drives it into the attack zone, and there is a whistle. Holding is called against San Diego. Gert Wieserkowski back into the starting lineup, the West German. And the Wings will put the ball into play just inside the red line on the near boards for those of you watching along at home. Kim Rudfed puts the ball into play into the corner for Andy Chapman. Rudfed off the rebound. Ball is there. Piper with the shot was wide. Gets the follow. Hit the post. Chapman hit the post. Ball is still free from 24. Piper hit the post, and the ball bounds away. 1, 2, 3. The ball hits red, but it doesn't get the back of the lace. And so the Wings come up empty-handed and continue to trail 1-0. Christensen gets the ball back in midfield, working against Julie V. Drives it across the red line into the attack zone, but Cabrician calls a hold, but does not institute the continuation of possession, as the Wings have to bring it back to the red line on the far boards and put it into play. Just shy of the red line, Christensen with the left boot. Sends it towards the corner for Chapman, then hustles in to keep it into play. It's towards the corner, off the boards, ball is there. Chapman driving in, Alan Mayer jumps on it.
And Bruce, in the first minute of play, the two keys that we mentioned before the game, not missing opportunities and not making mistakes, is exactly what's happened. They made a blatant defensive error, which led to a San Diego goal right off the bat, and then have missed 3 open nets. And I'm talking just chip shots. They tried to put them in a little too hard. The adrenaline was pumping. They hit the post and come away empty-handed.
2 minutes into the first period of action, the fans are anxious. 13 minutes remaining as Jeff Bourne takes the ball at the red line, circles around it, working for Terry Nickel on his right, sends it back instead to Kevin Cooley. Cooley was playing for the first time in about 3 weeks. Happy new father of a baby boy. Leaves it off for Terry Nickel, working at the top of the arc. Jeff Bourne, left of center, now back to Kevin Cooley in the midfield. Works it to left wing. Per Rudfed, 10 feet inside the red line, center for Gomez. Gomez leaves it in for Borney. Gives him go. Borney is from 24, fires. Mayer makes the save. It comes back out for Terry Nickel, who boots it towards the net. It's wide to the right, comes bounding out. Nickel gets it towards the corner. Off the boards, and Mayer makes the play. The Wings are knocking on the door, but they're not banging it down.
Great opportunities again, playing the boards well. Good rebound opportunities, but Wichita just can't crack the back of the net. And again, they've created opportunities. We talked about the fact they came out maybe just a little too hard, trying to put a little too much on the ball. And they come away, again, as we mentioned, with no score as of yet.
San Diego a little sloppy with the ball in their own defensive third, but finally Fernandez comes up with it at the midfield circle, working man-to-man against Terry Nickel, makes a nice move to get free left, leaves it off for Ade Coker. Coker, this speedster, goes across the way for Kaz Dania. Dania, shot off the board, tried to hit Fernandez. Per Runfed headed away, and the Wings will get it back. 11 minutes, 50 seconds left in the first period of action. Bruce Ertl and Blake Schreck on your sports leader. Wings trailing 1-0 on a quick goal by Martin Donnelly. Just 23 seconds into the contest. Forney takes it across the red line on a pass from Terry Nickel, leaves it right off for Eric Geyer. The big West German breaks in across the red line, is tripped off the ball by Omar Gomez, and the play is called by the omnipresent whistle of Toros Cabricci, and ball be put into play right of center, just inside the red line. Now 11 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in this first period of action. Lots going on, but so far San Diego is the only one that's rankled the lace. Eric Geyer with the ball. Top of the arc shot coming just wide to the right. Coker with the follow. Per Runfed blocked it away. Fernandez hustles towards the corner. Per comes up with the ball, sends it off along the right-hand side, and it's Kevin Cooley that retrieves. Cooley bringing the ball up to the red line. Into the midfield he comes, being marked by Fernandez. Circles back towards the middle and sends it off for Per Runfed. This Jack Sikma lookalike has the ball across the midfield. Then leaves it off for Kevin. Cooley dumps it ahead towards the corner. Terry Nickel is there. Good recovery by Guy Newman to shut down the defensive end. Cooley comes in with a shot off the top of the arc. It's blocked away back to midfield, and with 10:54 remaining, Per Runfed controls. Now ahead for Terry Nickel. Jeff Bourne from 18 feet has the ball knocked away by Guy Newman. Wings are calling for holding. They're not going to get it. Here's Julie V on a fast break. Man-to-man against Per Runfed. V driving in along the left-hand wing. Gomez comes in, pushing and shoving, and the call is made, and it's a good one. Omar Gomez gets called for the shove by Bill Maxwell as Julie V was driving in very hardly marked by Per Runfed. 10:38 remaining in the period, so we're 4.5 minutes old. 1-0 San Diego leads in front of a packed house at the Kansas Coliseum. V lost a shoe, so while he's effecting repairs, Wichita will set defensively.
Just right there, you can see why Julie V is so effective. The mixture of size and speed and strength is both Per Runfed, one of the biggest players in the league, and one of the quicker and more skilled Omar Gomez had a really tough time of getting the ball away from him and ended up in a Wichita foul.
V centers it for Cha-Cha Namdar, who had cut in front of Per Runfed, but his shot is deflected up into the stands. Last touch by Cha-Cha, and so it'll be a Wings ball. Mike Dowler putting the ball into play with 10:35 remaining in this, the first period. San Diego scored just 27 seconds into the contest from the right wing, Martin Donnelly, beating the Wings defensively, and Mike Dowler. For the only tally of the contest, the Wings have knocked on the door of opportunity, have not been let in. And they have it in front of their own net. Mike Dowler with the ball, slingshots it up to mid-floor. It's received by Frank Rasmussen. Namdar coming on to give the defensive pressure. Dumps it off to his left, controlled by M.D. Chapman. Across the red line he comes. The fans are anxious. To the top of the circle, Norman Piper lets it go by him. He goes towards the corner. Siri knocks it away. Up along his left, he goes for Cha-Cha Namdar. Namdar into the midfield, spurts it off to his right. They're in front of their own bench now with Martin Donnelly. Donnelly bringing the ball slowly into the attack zone. Cradling it with his right foot. Man-to-man against Norman Piper. Breaks off to his left at the top of the arc. The shot is blocked by Piper and received by Kim Runfed. The Rocket drives it into the midfield. Across the midfield stripe, he goes into the attack zone, goes to the corner, shot coming. It's knocked out of there by Wieserkowski. He weakly sends it back towards the red line, but it's kept on the left wing by Frank Rasmussen. Across the pitch he goes to Norman Piper, tried to give and go to Andy Chapman, but it's knocked out of there by Donnelly. And once again, Blake, we need to reiterate, as San Diego brings the ball up the floor in their own defensive third, that you really can't wait and let San Diego get into their set defensive positions. Otherwise, you can't get that offensive pattern going so close to the net, as the Wings like to do so much.
Again, it's something where they are one of the better defensive teams in the league, and a mark of a good defensive team is getting back behind the ball and getting bodies back in that offensive area of the Wichita Wings. You can't play give and go in the box when there's 4 or 5 bodies in there of the other team.
Andy Chapman with a rifle shot, had some English on it from the top of the arc. It's doubled over by Alan Mayer.
Jurgen Christensen not on the field at this point. His place has been taken on this line by Frank Rasmussen. We'll see if they're just splitting shifts or if Jurgen may have suffered some sort of an injury, or will they keep the tabs on what the situation is.
Gene Wilrich into the attack zone, has the ball knocked away on a good tackle by Kim Runfed. Greg Willen made sure it got to the defensive third, and San Diego corrals there. Now 8:53 remaining in the first period, but has seen San Diego tally once. They have the ball, they're looking to cushion. Pass intended for Wilrich at the offensive red line is picked off by the Danish superstar, Kim Rundfed, and controlled out to his Danish running mate, Frank Rasmussen. They're on the near boards in the midfield. Sends it back towards the middle for Rundfed. As Willen is looking to get off the floor, Per Rundfed comes on in his stead. Now 2 lines ahead to the offensive attack zone. Andy Chapman circles the ball. Adi Coker comes backdoor and knocks it away. Good defensive play by Adi Coker, and the ball is now in the possession of Gert Wieserkowski. 8:22 remaining in the first period of action. 1-0 San Diego leads. And they're looking for more as Coker takes it across the red line. Per Rundfed knocks it away, leaves it off for his brother Kim. One of the few times you'll see those two on the floor together. But Kim has it, and he looks up the floor offensively. Wings working from our left to right, south to north. Into the attack zone comes big number 3, Per Rundfed. Being contested by Donnelly, dumps it off to his right. It's controlled by Gomez. Gomez on the right wing, 28 feet away. Now goes to the top of the arc. Nifty pass left off for Kevin Cooley. Got a little too cute with it, and Nico Roman comes out to intercept it. Mike Dowler has to come in and shoot it back into the San Diego defensive third as he came all the way to the red line to make the play. That's a 3-line pass called against the Welsh goalkeeper. 7:46 remaining in the first stanza.
Heady play by Mike Dowler, and that's one way that you can nullify the speed of San Diego. Coming out to cut off that distribution, Adi Coker had beaten the Wings defenders, and Mike Dowler made a good play, sending it back into the offensive area. San Diego will put the ball into play at their red line.
Into the corner it comes. Adi Coker being marked by Kevin Cooley. Omar Gomez nearly knocked it away, but Nico Roman gets it from inside the red line. A prayer is shot. He comes in for Fernandez. A high header by Hilkes. Knocked out of there. Dowler made a tremendous save. Now the follow comes in again. Ball still free in front of the net. Hilkes is there from 24. His shot blocked out of there by Per Rundfed. A great offensive flurry by San Diego is knocked out of there by the Wings defensive core, and in specific, Mike Dowler. Now the Wings get it back as the fans respond. At the midfield, it's controlled by Terry Nickel. The fans are anxious for a tally. Hungry for one, you might say, as Gomez comes across the red line. Moving to the top of the arc, he sends it off to the left for Per Rundfed. Per comes to the top of the arc, winds up, fires, blocked out of there by Nico Roman. It comes bounding back into the midfield with 7 minutes remaining.
Again, 5 yellow jerseys back in the penalty area. Wichita had a good break, but couldn't get the ball into the nets, couldn't get it past a San Diego defender.
Per Rundfed drives it to his left. He's on the right wing. His pass for Kevin Cooley skirts into the midfield. The fans chanting out "Go!" looking for that tying goal. Into the middle, Omar Gomez with it. Gomez at the midfield circle, drives it to the red line, trying to get it in for Terry Nickel, but Nico Roman knocked it away. Kaz Dania, who's got to be the MVP in this playoff series for San Diego, drives it into the attack zone for Nico Roman. Dania retrieves it again, sends it back to midfield, and it's controlled there by Gary Collier, who is back in the lineup, 6', 180-pound Englishman, formerly of the Portland Timber. He boots it up over the plexiglass into the stands, last touched by an orange jersey, and it'll be what is in effect a corner kick coming to the right of goalkeeper Dowler with 6:21 remaining. Vidal Fernandez will put the ball into play. The chant of defense goes up. Fernandez loops it towards the top of the circle. Roman with a full volley shot, blocked out of there by Per Rundfed. Collier retrieves in the corner. Cooley comes sprawling in to make the play, but the ball is still contained by Coker. Coker has it blocked by Per Rundfed. His left foot loops to the head for Terry Nickel. Gomez has to head it back for Per Rundfed, and the Wings come out on the ball. 6 minutes remaining now in the period. The ebb and flow of the game never changing. Up and down the floor. Jeff Bourne across the red line, driving to his left. Shot coming. Mayer makes the save and dumps it up over the plexiglass as he had the point-blank toe poke from about 18 feet. It'll be a corner kick coming up, but a good run by Jeff Bourne, who is not noted for his north-to-south speed.
Great play there as he just intricately maneuvered in and out of the San Diego Sockers. Got a good shot, but again, Alan Mayer hustling out to cut off the angle, knock the ball into the stands. Jurgen Christensen back on now with the shift. Maybe he's just splitting with Frank Rasmussen. Will put it in on the corner kick for Wichita.
Indeed he will. He goes just shy of the arc. Shot coming Willen, knocked out of there, and it'll be another corner kick coming for the Wings. This time, Julie V and Eric Geyer are there. I'll tell you, Geyer is just an impressive physical specimen. I would not want to mess with him on a cold night in a dark alley. Christensen with the ball, loops it towards the top of the arc, and wouldn't you know, Seri is there before anyone. Andy Chapman comes in, tries to curl around Alan Mayer to knock the ball away, is unsuccessful. Now here comes a 2-on-1 break. Hanchacha Namdar drives it in. He has Eric Geyer to his left, goes to the corner, shoots it off the boards. Willen high in the air makes the play. Dowler misjudged the ball coming down, but he gets a foot on it, sends it off towards the red line, and the Wings have a break, but a brilliant sliding tackle by Guy Newman keeps the ball in the Wings' defensive third. Jurgen Christensen got his foot on it, tried to split it ahead for Andy Chapman, but Seri makes the play. Seri, as he calls himself, brings it to the top of the arc, fires. Kim Runfit gets a block shot and deflects it off to his right into the stands area. 1-0, 5:14 remaining in this, the first period of action. San Diego leads it from the Kansas Coliseum. San Diego wins it. They go on to play either Cleveland or Baltimore. The Wings win it. We play Sunday. Chacha Namdar directing traffic. Now leaves it off for Guy Newman, coach's son. Leaves it off towards the corner, but Christensen will intercept the pass. Leaves it ahead for Greg Willen. He tries to get by Lorenz Hilkes. Christensen has to come out to give him some help, but Hilkes retrieves. Now it's Namdar into the right corner. Hilkes is there. Shot coming. Dowler's got a foot on it. Norman Piper nearly knocked it in. Now finally Dowler makes the play. Leaves it off along the right. He's got a man free breaking to his left. Christensen brings it into the attack zone. Sends it off for Chapman. Andy from 22 leaves it off Christensen. Top of the arc. Left foot shot coming. Just wide to the left. As it bound out of there, hitting the MISL side. Wide by 2.5 feet. Comes bounding back to the red line. Runfed controls. This is the Kim variety. He sends it off to his left. Greg Willen dumps it towards the corner. Roman trying to beat Andy Chapman. Andy finally gets to a ball before somebody from San Diego and dumps it back to Jurgen Christensen. One of the few times I've seen Andy get a 50-50 ball in this series, as Christensen from the left wing tries to lob it towards the corner. Norman Piper has it headed away. Hilkes comes up with it. Now it's Kim Runfit. His shot just missed wide to the right. A strafing bullet that just hit red. Christensen gets it on the wing, working against Julie V. He sends it towards the corner. Man was there, Andy Chapman, but he had his back turned and he gave up on the ball as it skirted right in front of the net. And the Wings have all sorts of opportunities going by the wayside, Blake. And a lot of times people say, hey, they keep getting the opportunities, eventually you're going to capitalize. That is not always the case.
We talked about the element of frustration, and I'm getting frustrated right now because the Wings are creating great opportunities, but they just can't get it in. So many key times it's a post shot or just wide, or they're just getting a defender to put a part of his body on it. But again, the Wichita Wings have to think about it, and that just makes them press all the harder. They're creating good chances, but they just can't seem to get the break.
3:33 now remaining in this first period of action. San Diego continues to hold, at this time, a very precarious lead, 1-0. Wings get it back in the midfield after San Diego dump and chase. Gomez to the top of the arc, works it off to his left on the weave for Terry Nickel. Now to the corner. Jeff Bourne is there, coming back towards the top of the arc, works it off left side. Per Ronfed. Here's a blast from him. It's wide and deflected into the stands by Nico Roman. Gomez went over his back, but the Wings are fortunate to dodge that whistle, and they will put it into play to the right of goalkeeper Alan Mayer. Now 3:15 remaining in the period. Per Runfed will be to Gomez's immediate right. Top of the circle will be Cooley. Nickel is there as well. In front of the net will be Jeff Bourne. Gomez to the top of the arc. Cooley with a blast. And Kevin Cooley dumps it up into the stands, and it'll be with 3:12 remaining. Alan Mayer, goal kick. Our warmest congratulations to two wonderful people, Kevin Cooley and Phyllis Cooley, on the arrival of their first son. Healthy baby boy. And I know a great deal of anxiety has been alleviated in those couples' minds as the ball has been put into play, and San Diego slowing it down a little bit. Eric Geyer in front of his own bench, leaves it ahead for Gene Wilrich, then takes it back on the give and go. His shot coming in, hit the post and bounds away. Mike Dono is beaten on the play as Eric Geyer really let go of the Pope and a prayer. Now a centering pass as it's trying to find Ade Coker was Gene Wilrich, and Wings, I'll tell you, San Diego may be outshot, but they are getting the quality shots and the good opportunity. Gomez now with a rush of his own on the right wing, fires. Mayer makes the save. It bounced off his chest and bumped him into the wall. He is down and slow to respond. He is down in front of his own net. Wings have a tremendous opportunity to capitalize right now. Mayer is down, and now we have an official timeout called by Toros Capriccian. Alan Mayer is down and obviously in some pain. He has a very bad right wrist, and if he takes any type of shot off of that, as he did the other night against Per Runfed, he is in immediate pain. But this one, he just took off his chest a point-blank blast that could very well perhaps have broken a rib or something or other. Blake.
Certainly knocked the wind out of him. He right in the midsection, right in the solar plexus right there. He just did not even have a chance to get his hands on it. That's how hard Omar Gomez hit it. He went down immediately, knocked him back over, backward somersault into the boards. He's being attended to right now by the trainer for San Diego. But Omar again breaking in, Mayer trying to come out to break the ankle, so the force was multiplied as he was coming out quickly. Certainly, at least, as we mentioned, knocked the wind out of him, but he is again down and being attended to in the goal.
1-0, 2:19 remaining in this, the first period of action. The Wings trailing against the San Diego Sockers. First goal of the game coming 23 seconds into the first period with Martin Donnelly breaking in along the right-hand side and beating Mike Dowler with a little poke shot. Alan Mayer, in case you're wondering what the delay is at this point in time, is down and being attended to in front of the San Diego goal area, and he has nary moved a limb. He is just a tremendous human being, one of those all-American type of guys that you hate to see anything happen to. Of course, the breath is taken away when anyone goes down on a field of play. It's part of sports, though, and now he is up and moving at least a tad bit slowly.
He's looking like he is holding his chin there a little bit, too, as it might have just jolted his neck and chin area as he's trying to get some air back into his chest, as that certainly did knock the breath out of him. Let's go back, Bruce, quickly to the only goal of the game, as we didn't get time to really talk about it. It was a defensive mistake. The mistake caused by the fact that Greg Willen thought he was supposed to be on Julie V no matter what happened. They kind of got switched around. V went back onto, Willen tried to get back onto Julie V, but Jurgen Christensen was already there, leaving Martin Donnelly alone. V just got it off to him, a wide open shot. And then again, Wichita missing at least 5 open nets, or 5 good shots, post shots. And we stand still 1-0 San Diego, 2:19 to play in the first period. A drop ball in midfield.
Omar Gomez wins it out, and the Wings maintain possession. Omar has it directly in front of the penalty box area. Now he cuts it diagonally across the midfield circle into the attack zone. It bounds off the boards. Jeff Bourne working against Martin Donnelly, and Donnelly wins out. Now we have a push call against Martin, and so the Wings will get it back. So you'll be listening after tonight's contest for a major announcement right here on 13 KFH. Admittedly, not too hard to guess, considering the Wings and KFH. Barry Gaston will be along to make that announcement as the ball is put into play, and San Diego gets it right back, but goes through the legs of Gene Wilrich, and Kevin Cooley retrieves at the midfield circle. 2 minutes remaining in the first period that's taken quite a while to play. Mike Dowler has the ball, knocks it ahead for Terry Nickel. Off the chest of Nico Roman, the ball goes, and now we have a whistle, and a dangerous play is called against Terry Nickel, and it'll give the ball over to San Diego in the midfield. Poor distribution by Mike Dowler that time, nearly gave San Diego a break. San Diego gets it back, however, in the midfield. So, 1:47 and counting down in the first period. The ball is looped towards the corner. Adi Coker, man-to-man against Per Rundfed. Ball high in the air. Man is there. Gene Seri with the header towards Dowler. He plucked it out of the air, and the Wings will come back on the offensive swing. They're heading north with 1:30 left. Kevin Cooley with the ball in his own defensive third, middle of the floor. Chant for a score comes up again loud and clear in the Kansas Coliseum as Frank Rasmussen, full pace, brings it across the red line to the top of the arc. Chapman is there. Mayer jumps on it just off to the left of center, and he finally dumps it ahead looking for a San Diego fast break the other way. Indeed, they get it. Fernandez coming back. Stops. Circles around it in midfield. Leaves it off to his right for Nico Roman. Roman driving in. He's at the right wing. His shot saved by Dowler. Kim Rundfed deflects it right back for Mike, and he distributes it quickly to the defensive red line. Andy Chapman is there. He dumps it back towards the goal area again, and Norman Piper. 60 seconds remain in the first period. Piper at the midfield with the left foot, boots it ahead into the corner. Goes for Andy Chapman off the boards. He takes it. Nobody following on the weak side. What's new? Nico Roman knocks it back to the red line. Greg Willen and Julie V battling for it. Very physical matchup. Willen wins out this time. Leaves it off for Kim Rundfed. Now 41 seconds left. The Rocket inside the red line. Works it off to the right for Frank Rasmussen. Rasmussen with the shot. It's deflected by Gary Collier. Alan Mayer makes the play. Stumbles in front of the net, but then distributes it up to midfield. 30 seconds remaining now. San Diego controls at the midfield circle. Brilliant sliding tackle by Fernandez. Knocks it away from Willen, but Rasmussen retrieves nonetheless. As Norman Piper breaking to his right, comes to the top of the arc. Fires. Mayer saved. Followed by Rasmussen again. He couldn't get his foot on it. He has to go to the corner. Now he circles back around the ball. Fernandez is there, pushing and shoving going on, but the ball maintains in Wichita's possession. Ball back to the red line. 7 seconds left. Kim Rundfed takes a look at the clock. Now he's going to blast a shot towards the net. It's knocked out of there by Seri, and that's going to do it. The buzzer has sounded, and the defensive first period of action has come to a close. San Diego leads by virtue of a goal scored 23 seconds into the first period. Your score at the end of 1-0 San Diego. We have gone through one period of action here in this third game of the semifinal series between the Wichita Wings and the San Diego Sockers. 1-0 says the scoreboard above the floor of the Kansas Coliseum's turf. Blake Schreck tells you how we got there.
Just one mistake for the Wings that period, and San Diego capitalized on it as Martin Donnelly knocked one home. The assist went to Julie V just 23 seconds into the period. A defensive lapse, a defensive mistake between Jurgen Christensen and Greg Willen allowed V to get the ball to Donnelly. 8 shots for Wichita that period. It seemed to me they peppered the net a little more frequently than that, as San Diego was credited with 9. 3 saves for Mike Dollar, 5 for Alan Mayer, 5 blocked shots for Wichita, and 3 for San Diego.
The American dream will once again come true as 13 KFH gives away a $100,000 home. Listen to the station that brought you Win a Home 1, Win a Car 2, and now Win a Home 2. We have your key to winning on 13 KFH, the voice of the Wichita Wings. Bruce Hurdle, along with Blake Schreck. You're listening to Wings Soccer on your voice of the Wings, KFH Wichita. Now just a few minutes after 8 o'clock in the River City. We're glad to have you along with us. For those of you watching the video on Channel 3, welcome to the broadcast on KFH as well. Greg Willen across the red line as the two teams have exchanged directions. Wings now working from our right to left or north to south here in the Coliseum. The fans are anxious. They want action. Kim Rundfeld will try to supply it as he brings the ball in just across the red line. Now Christensen on the left wing. Shot coming. Save. Alan Mayer makes the play. He makes so many great plays as he distributes it to midfloor and the Wings get it back. On balls that take that quick skip off the turf.
It's like a steady shortstop. He makes every routine play. You don't have to worry about that. And then he makes the spectacular ones as well.
Jurgen Christensen isn't getting any type of respect whatsoever from the San Diego Sockers, at least from the standpoint that he is being tackled very difficultly. He's right up in the face of Bill Maxwell. Jurgen, for all his greatness, has got one great Achilles heel, and that is the fact that he has a very hot temper. He could have easily gotten a dissent there. Christensen takes it up off, tries to take it off the plexiglass. It's deflected away. And the Wings will get it back in again. That could very easily have been a 2-minute penalty against the Wings, and they would have been shorthanded down in a situation like this, 1-0. He and Omar do not have a lot of timing or tact when it comes to those type of outbreaks. Christensen, Willen, fire, score! It's a 1-1 ball game, 14 minutes, 19 seconds left in the first half of action. So the Wings return the quick goal favor that San Diego had initiated in the first period.
And that's what the Wichita fans were waiting for, as they were on their feet all during the first period with defensive plays and whatever it would took to get these guys going. But again, so dangerous on the set piece is Jurgen Christensen. There was a lane open there. He found it with a little fake, got the defense to shift in front of the net, left Greg Willen a lane, and he hit a bomb. Alan Mayer didn't even see it, and things are tied up here at 1 apiece.
Brand new ball game as the Wings and the Sockers are even. V battling with Willen in the corner. V gets free. Man in front of the net is Hilkes. Now we have a whistle on the play, and it's a push against Julie V. I guarantee you Craig Willen's learned a little Hungarian over the last couple of weeks. Julie V, of course, a native Hungarian. Came over here when he was 11 or 12 years old in the United States. Grew up in Southern California. Christensen the assist, Willen the goal as Gomez brings it in. The Wings looking for their second. Into the corner, Kim Rundfeld has it to the left of Mayer. Now back to the red line for Norman Piper. Works it off on the weed. Kim Rundfeld sends it to the left for Andy Chapman. His pass towards the top of the arc, intercepted by Namdar. It deflects off his shin. It's controlled by Kim Rundfeld in the middle of the field. Rundfeld just to the left of center. Works it off to the right, Norman Piper. Piper sends it across pitch. Gomez stops it with his right foot, bringing the ball to the top of the arc. Driving all the way in there. He's to the right wing. Leaves it off for Kim Rundfeld. He's played off the ball by the Polish superstar Kazdania. His pass ahead for Kurt Wieserkowski. Dips in behind Greg Willen. Sends it chop into the face of Norman Piper, but the Wings get the ball right back. Looking for a fast break. They are negated. Now Chapman at the midfield circle is knocked off the ball by Newman. He is down, holding his shin. But Omar Gomez brings it across the red line to the top of the arc. Right side, Piper shot coming. Mayer saves! And the ball is deflected into the corner. It'll be a corner kick coming for the Wings, who have all of a sudden been ignited by this throng of over 9,800 fans. And they are now pressuring the San Diego Sockers and have stolen the momentum.
Andy Chapman limping off right there. Did get a hard knock to his shin or ankle. He's going to be attended to by Al Green. Great run by Omar Gomez as he went through and around and by 3 San Diego Soccer defenders to give Norman Piper a tough angle. Alan Mayer made the save, and what is akin to a corner kick? What is a corner kick right now? Omar Gomez putting it into play for Wichita.
Omar will have Terry Nickel at the red dot. Symbolic of the corner kick area. Jeff Gordon. Scores! Jeff Gordon off the set piece from the corner, and the Wings have gone ahead 2-1 on a little chip shot.
Almost a little fluke right there, but that's the kind of breaks you're going to need to win championship games. Omar Gomez putting the ball into play right into the middle of the San Diego Soccer defense. It was deflected, bounced around. Jeff Warren got an excuse me goal as he took the deflection on to just put it past Alan Mayer. And the crowd's going crazy. The Wings break on top 2-1. 13:06 remaining in the second period.
So the Wings trail initially 1-0. They come back to steal the Thunder and now lead 2-1 on the goal by Jeff Bourne off the assist from Omar Gomez. 13 minutes, 3 seconds remaining in the half. As Martin Donnelly now brings the ball back into play. Now a three-line pass will be called against the Wings on a header by Per Rundfed. And San Diego will bring it back the other way. The Wings take the lead.
Got to do a lot to settle them down, let them get into their time of play, get some continuity to their play. The frustration now has subsided.
Eric Geyer from the top of the arc blasts a shot off the back of Per Rundfed. It's corralled by Jeff Bourne, and the Wings come on the attack again. Bolstered by the euphoria of 10,000 people in the Kansas Coliseum. They play with a renewed enthusiasm. Across the red line it goes. Into the corner, Alan Mayer takes it up off the boards, makes a nice play, distributes as he does always so well. Up along the left-hand boards for Ade Coker. He's working on the far side. Centers it towards the top of the arc. Donnelly receives it, stops it, traps it. Here's it to the left corner. Shot coming off the foot of Gene Wilrich. It will go, glances wide to the left. Dowler watches it to head towards the red line, but Kevin Cooley corrals now. Leaves it off for Omar Gomez, and the Wings come on the offense. Omar Gomez to the midfield circle, tries to go ahead. Passing it to himself, perhaps, and Eric Geyer receives the ball, but a push was called back at the midfield against Martin Donnelly. 12 minutes, 10 seconds left. The Wings have a tremendous emotional advantage right now, and they need to capitalize. They lead in the contest 2-1. Per Rundfed across the red line has it knocked away by Fernandez. Now here's a fast break out of Coker. One-on-one against Dowler to the top of the circle, and he shoots it over the plexiglass.
A mistake by Wichita right there. Per Rundfed got caught on the transition as he did not see the San Diego player coming from the bench on the substitution. Got caught from behind, a little touch, and Ade Coker cherry picking. Was one-on-one with Mike Dowler. Mike came out, forced the shot high. Ade Coker knocked it over the glass, and the Wings dodged a bullet right there.
Indeed they do, with 11:55 remaining. Ade Coker, a near hit. Ball up to midfield. Andy Chapman dumps it back into the Wings defensive end. Vidal Fernandez battling man-to-man against Per Rundfed. Per comes out there with it. Now he looks up the floor. Tries to scoot it ahead. 2 lines for Andy Chapman, but Collier is there to knock it back to Alan Mayer, who scoops it up and bowls it right off to the left-hand side. Working towards the far boards is Sari. Up for Julie V. Man-to-man this time against Kevin Cooley. Boots it with the right foot across the red line for Geyer, who rips a shot towards Dowler, who makes a save. Jumping off to his left, then picks it up on the rebound from Terry Nickel. Bowls it off on the distribution to Kevin Cooley. Wings break in, 3-on-2. Cooley, a lead pass in for Frank Rasmussen's knocked away nicely by Nico Roman, who makes a good play. Ball is cleared back to midfield. It is a game of fast breaks all of a sudden. Fernandez drives it into the attack zone. Kevin Cooley knocks it away, and all of a sudden Frank Rasmussen is looking the other way with 11:02 remaining. Wings making some substitutions right now in the midfield. Andy Chapman with the ball. Works it towards the San Diego bench for Kim Rundfed. Kim takes it off the boards. With the right foot, sends it back into the middle for Frank Rasmussen. One touch to Greg Willen, went for naught. Frank had a nightmare in game 2 in San Diego, and of course is looking to make amends tonight. Norman Piper with a nice sliding tackle in the midfield to knock it away from Fernandez, but it's corralled at the defensive red line by Gary Collier. He dumps it into the far corner. Norman Piper battling Fernandez. Hilkes comes out with it. Tries to drive it to the top of the arc for Collier. Fernandez there. Willen makes the play. Collier pushing and shoving going on. Hilkes cuts the ball free, but Willen is going to come up with it as the push is called against Gary Collier. 10 minutes, 20 seconds remaining until the intermission. These teams have put on a show so far. Wings lead it 2-1. They're looking to make it more as they bring the ball across the midfield. Into the attack zone, Frank Rasmussen. Top of the arc, works it off on the weave for Willen. Willen fakes the left foot shot, then dumps it in ahead for Rasmussen. Circles around the ball. He had Mayer diving, and if he had eyes in the back of his head, he would have been able to get a shot off. Such is not the physiological nature of man, and so the ball comes out the other way for San Diego. Ade Coker into the attack zone, leaves it off into the middle. Kazdania, now he finds Guy Newman to the top of the arc. Julie V is there, man-to-man against Willen. Driving to his right, leaves it off for Nico Roman, but it's played out of there by Frank Rasmussen. Wings come on a mini 2-on-1 break. Rasmussen just dumps it towards the red line into the attack zone, but Alan Mayer is going to come out to knock it away to the red line. The opposite end, Julie V comes up with it to the top of the arc. He gets by Willen. He drives in right, turns it, leads, scores on Kazdania as though Greg Willen got turned around that time and chalk up one for Julie V. He ties it up on a nice pass for Kazdania, who dumps it in, and the Wings are getting caught on some of the defensive transitions with 9:29 remaining here. It's all even at 2.
Julie V tied about 3 wings defenders in knots, and Norman Piper trying to right himself. Greg Willen on the try and the tackle left Kaz Daniel with the chippy as he put it right across the goal mouth. Mike Dowler had to make the decision. He made, obviously, the one that Julie V was going to take a shot, and the Sockers tie it back up, and who else but Julie V and Kaz Daniel, the 2 top players for San Diego all season.
So we're all leaving at 2. 9:22 now remaining in the second period of action. Greg Willen leaves a pass off along the left-hand side. Norman Piper to the top of the arc. Jeff Bourne driving in against Newman. Newman pushing, holding, shoving, doing all sorts of stuff. The wings don't get a call. Now it's Damdar coming out of there. Damdar to the fast break, goes ahead. Daniel was on the fast break. Omar Gomez tripped over his leg. Daniel was looking for the call, but the wings get it right back as Dowler retrieves it towards the midfield for Jeff Bourne. Forney cutting a loop towards the top of the arc. Has a man on the right-hand corner. Terry Nichols takes it off the board. Forney falls and scores off the Terry Nichols pass. Jeff Bourne puts it in the back of the net for his second tally of the evening, and the Wings jump back on top 3-2.
The best thing can happen to Wichita right there is after a San Diego score to come right back and assert themselves. A great hustling play and good communication by Terry Nichols and Jeff Bourne. As Jeff made the run, saw Terry coming in off the substitution, gave him a tough ball to handle. Terry put it up the board. Jeff set himself nicely in front of the goal, put the rebound away, past Alan Mayer. And Wichita right now offensively has got to feel pretty confident again as San Diego comes down and scores, and Wichita comes right back. 8:53 remaining in the second period.
Jeff Bourne from Terry Nichols, and the Wings lead it 3-2. 8:53 remaining in this, the first half of action. For hourly updates on all the events throughout the River Festival, turn to the station with the most complete information, 13 KFH. Martin Donnelly with the ball in midfield as we are back underway. He loops it towards the corner for Ade Coker. It's knocked out of there on a header by Cooley. And so it'll be what is just about akin to a corner kick. And the San Diego Sockers' Gene Wilrich will put it into play amidst the deafening throng of defense. Wilrich having some problems of communication with Toros Cabrician. So I think, we have a TV timeout, obviously. 8:45, but I was just going to say that Cabrician really has impressed me as being one of the finer officials in the MISL this year, and in the past seasons I haven't thought he's done that good a job, but this year he certainly has pulled his weight.
I have to agree with you. I think he's one of the best in the league.
Weezerkowski off the corner feed. Shot goes wide right. Wilrich gets it right back. Knocked out of there by Kevin Cooley as Dowler went sprawling to the right. Wilrich gets it right back at the red line. Terry Nichols marking him man-to-man. Wilrich makes a move. Takes to the right. Dives to the left. His shot kicked out of there by Dowler. Wilrich hustling after it. Gives away to Weezerkowski. Weezerkowski at the red line. Dumps it back into the midfield. Martin Donnelly controls. Donnelly with the left foot skips it towards the corner. And Ade Coker. Kevin Cooley turns him around and makes the play. And now Coker is called for the trip. Wings get a break and they have the ball anyway. Per Runfed pierces the midfield, leaves it out for Kevin Cooley across the midfield line, now to the red line, into the attack zone, works it up on the give and go from Jeff Bourne, but Weezerkowski is there to make the play, and Gene Wilrich brings it back the other way with 8:05 remaining. Wilrich across the red line, left-hand corner, Seri with the shot, lifts it wide to the right. Terry Nichols gets the rebound, dumps it back for Per Runfed, makes a nice play to get around Ade Coker, and leaves it in front for Jeff Bourne. Bourne shuttles it off to his left for Jurgen Christensen. Now the Wings will bring it up to the slot. Jeff Bourne across the midfield circle. Half speed across the red line. Works it up on the way for Terry Nichols, who's tackled hard by Martin Donnelly. And here comes San Diego on a break. Julie V coming in uncontested. V to the top of the arc. Leaves off a perfect pass for Donnelly. Dowler stops the shot from point-blank range. Quick distribution up for Jeff Bourne. Ahead for Terry Nichols, breaking in uncontested. Nichols from the right wing fires, and it's saved by Alan Mayer. Great play by Alan Mayer. That's why he's the most valuable player of the league. He came out and cut down the angle. Nichols, one-on-one, couldn't get the shot in. Wilrich now comes back trying to return the favor, but Dowler makes the play. Quickly looking out for the distribution. The Wings have a 2-on-1. Andy Chapman and Norman Piper breaking in on the same direction. Piper from the left-hand side fires just wide to the left as Mayer came out to cut down the distance and sent Piper hard to the floor with a good sliding tackle. 6:57 left in a period that has been non-stop action. Collier at the red line. Leaves it into the attack zone. Kaz Dania has it tackled away by Andy Chapman. But Collier keeps it alive. Now Dania free. Fires. Blocked out of there by Kim Runstad.
Some of the fastest action I've seen all year between the Wichita Wings involved in. This is definitely San Diego's pace and the one that they play most comfortably and most effective at. Wichita a little bit out of their nature here, but hanging tooth and nail in with San Diego, who are definitely a fast break team. Wichita's got a couple of good cracks right there. Again, a great play by Alan Mayer on the one-on-one situation with Terry Nickel.
Julie V will put the ball into play about 8 feet shy of the corner kick spot to the left of goalkeeper Dowler. The chant of defense again comes out loud and clear here at the Kansas Coliseum as V goes weak side for Nico Roman into the corner. Shot coming. Tried to give and go to Roman. Ball is still free. Piper jumps it out of there with a sure goal. Now Omar Gomez is tripped. 2 minutes coming. Come on. Oh, they don't give it. Not even a minor violation. They say a good tackle in there by Vidal Fernandez. Nico Roman gets it now in for Fernandez. Sliding through there is Gomez. Gomez dumps it up to the red line. Andy Chapman controls. Works it off to the far side for Kim Runfed. The Wings come 2-on-2 into the offense. Across the red line. Kim Runfed drives it towards the corner. Piper is there. Sends it off the boards. Piper leaves it off for Chapman, who was coming in towards the goal area. But jumping on it was Alan Mayer to make the play with 6:11 remaining. And the 3-2 score remains on the scoreboard. San Diego quickly on the attack. Nico Roman across midfield. Into the corner for Fernandez. Coming in weak side to knock it away was Norman Piper. Gomez comes up with it with Julie V. Tackles it away at the red line. Leaves it off for Fernandez. Fernandez towards the corner. Cosdania with the shot. Piper nearly headed it into his own goal, but Dowler, ever alert, makes the play and distributes it quickly to the near boards at the red line. 5:43 there, and the Wings dodged their own bullet that time, Blake.
No, again, in the fury of trying to get the ball out of the bounds, or excuse me, out of the danger, Mike Dowler and Norman Piper miscommunicated with Mike came up with it, and Wings wisely now slowing the ball down, trying to catch their breath a little bit, trying to spread San Diego out and get some continuity again back into their offense.
Andy Chapman has the ball knocked away as he was coming to meet it at mid-floor. Bounces back into the Wings' defensive third where Mike Dowler picks it up. Shuttles off to his right, leaving it there for Kim Runfed. Runfed leaves it off in the middle for Terry Nickel, then takes it right back on the weave on the give and go. Across the midfield circle he comes. Now driving off to his right, he's got Wieserkowski to beat. Works it off on the weave for Gomez. Gomez driving to his left. They're inside the attack zone. Chapman stops it. Leaves it off with a left-footed shot. It was blocked out of there by Siri, but Mayer was the one that made the play, bouncing in front of it. A poor distribution, very uncharacteristic of the native New Jerseyite. And the Wings will get it back in their own defensive end. They lead it 3-2. In the second period of action, of which 4:45 remains. Looking to enhance a 3-2 lead. Greg Willen across the red line, trying to find the man in the corner, Jeff Bourne. It's headed out of there nicely by Seri. He dumps it ahead for Gert Wieserkowski, leaves it off for Namdar. Namdar on the near boards, across the red line, into the attack zone. Works it off for Seri on the left wing. Man-to-man against Terry Nichols, sends it across pitch. Wieserkowski stops it high in the air with the right foot, then opts for the red line. Circling around the ball there, Omar Gomez on him, goes to the midfield circle. Seri sends it right back for Namdar to the top of the arc. He tried to control, Willen knocks it away, and Greg works off to the right with the ball. Greg looking to bring the ball on offense himself as Omar Gomez dumps it back towards Mike Dowler. Now he'll make sure that it gets there, and Mike picks it up quickly on a fast break. He leaves it out for Kevin Cooley. Kevin up along the near boards at midfield, full space. He comes across the red line, but it's tackled away nicely by Seri. He comes to the midfield circle, and it's right back on the fast break for San Diego. Eric Geyer to the top of the arc, played off the ball nicely by Gomez. It comes to the near boards, and it's controlled by Siri. Works it off left wing, controlled by Guy Newman. Goes to the corner, and Gomez sends him hard to the floor, and he's going to get 2 minutes. Omar Gomez, 2 minutes for charging or pushing, one of the two. Fans are booing, but it's a good call. It could have been perhaps construed as a obstruction call, but it's a 2-minute violation coming with 3:46 remaining in the half to Omar Gomez.
Tough call right there as both players had a lot of momentum going. Omar just a little bit over-aggressive, did initiate the contact, but he did get knocked pretty hard himself. I think that might have been just a little bit of a call coming from what's been going on most of the games. Omar playing very aggressively, really knocking shoulders around in there.
And now San Diego is doing the exact same thing they did in the first game against the Wichita Wings. They are pulling the goalkeeper in lieu of an extra attacker, which will be Cosdania.
Roy Turner mentioned that he certainly hoped this situation would arise again because that leaves San Diego very vulnerable, obviously, an open net on their end.
So here we go. The man-short situation for the Wings has been accentuated by the fact that they now have a sixth attacker on the floor. On the weak side, Fernandez puts it right in from Julie V. So it didn't even go 10 seconds as Fernandez knocks home the game tire off a pass from Julie V. The Wings penalty killing unit this time is beaten quickly, and it's a 3-3 ball game with 3:36 remaining in the first half of action.
Just played quite nicely across the goal mouth, and Fernandez settled once and knocked it high and tight underneath the post. Mike Downer really didn't have a chance, so again the sixth attacker really didn't come into play. An interesting strategy, but so far it looks like it's gone very well, and a timeout has been called by Wichita.
Join me along with 13 KFH air personalities tomorrow morning for the annual River Run downtown at 8:30. Kick off the first weekend of the River Festival in grand style with 13 KFH. I'm going to try and make the 10K run. What do you think? What are my odds?
Well, let me know. I'll be sleeping. You can call me up when you're through.
Yeah, that's real nice of you.
I think you'll be fine.
Also want to give a plug tomorrow night for a KTVH showing of a CBS production, MISL, on commercial national TV for the first time in its 5-year history. John Tesh and Al Trotway calling on the play-by-play tomorrow starting at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock in the Wichita area. CBS Sports Saturday, a special edition. We'll have the Cleveland-Baltimore semifinal game, and of course, if you haven't been following that along, the Baltimore Blast won their second straight game last night in front of 17,000 fans. Score 7-3. A bit of a surprise, Blake. Roy Turner had picked Cleveland all year long, but it now appears that Baltimore obviously has the upper hand, as they at least have the game in hand on the home field situation.
Dominated the last 2 games quite well, and again, winning, of course, last night in Cleveland's home field. So they've got what looks like the upper hand, as you mentioned. They're a good, solid team, well-rounded, play good, solid defense, as well as has some offensive striking capabilities. Cleveland, of course, very offensive. Good series over there in the East, and these last 4 teams in the MISL certainly deserve being here.
So we're all even. 3:32 remaining in the first half of action via the power play goal of Vidal Fernandez. Wings have it right back as both teams are full strength. Rasmussen on the left wing. Centering pass for Kim Rundfeld. He's on the right wing. Winds up. Wilrich flinches. Kim maintains possession. Sends it off to his right for Piper. Sends it off the boards. Chapman driving in against Geyer. Tremendous physical mismatch there as Donnelly sends Norman Piper hard to the floor with a good cross check. Bill Maxwell makes the call. Geyer and Wilrich having some words, but Maxwell just motions them off. And the Wings will get it back to the left of Alan Mayer, about 30 feet removed. 3-3, 3:11 left. Rasmussen surveys the situation, leaves it off for Willen, who feigned the shot. Now lets it come back towards Kim Rundfeld. Rundfeld leaves it off on the left wing. Has Andy Chapman behind him to his right. And finally goes that way, except it's Norman Piper now. Leaves it off for Chapman towards the corner. Andy driving in, fires, and Mayer makes the save. Andy looped it right around a defender with a very tough right-footed shot, but Mayer made the play, and San Diego comes back quickly. Now a nice sweeping tackle away at the red line by Piper and Rasmussen. Wing gives the Wings another break. Into the offensive zone they come. Chapman, top of the arc, weaves it off to his right. It's sent for Norman Piper. Now they try to set it for Willen. Played off the ball by Lawrence Hilkes. Willen maintains possession, still being battled, pushed, and shoved in there. Leaves it off for Kim Rundfeld just inside the red line. Here comes a blast, and it's deflected out of there by Eric Geyer and Andy Chapman. And I would guess it was last touched by Andy Chapman. But they're going to give it to the Wings. 2:26 remaining, all even at 3.
Geyer certainly impressed me, Bruce. I know he has you too. He's a prototype for the big, burly, defensive German fullback, and he's playing the tough guy out there, the enforcer. He's not afraid of anyone. He's certainly played well for San Diego all year.
Rasmussen to put it into play. Loops it towards the net. Chapman, but Mayer saw that one coming a mile away, and he comes out to knock it towards the top of the arc and cause danger controls. Dangerously in front of his own net with Andy Chapman giving chase for Nico Roman. Geyer is the kind of guy you would not have wanted in the SS during the Second World War. He's just a big, strong dude, and he looks mean, I'll tell you that much. He is their enforcer out there as San Diego is into the attack zone. Gene Wilrich almost taunting Kim Rundfeld with the ball. Leaves it off for Martin Donnelly. Sends it towards the corner. V is there. Turns a good hit. Dania with the shot. Just missed wide. And Kim Rundfeld heads it away for Frank Rasmussen, who leaves it go. Give and go. Dania's there. He scores! And that's a Frank Rasmussen miscue. A poor pass in front of the Wichita goal area. Now they're waving off the goal. Let's check and see what's going to happen here. I believe it's going to still be a goal. As Frank Rasmussen, indeed it will be. Frank Rasmussen made a poor pass in front of the Wichita goal area, and it directly led to that tally. So another Wichita mistake has led to a San Diego capitalizing And now it's 4-3. San Diego leads, and that was blatant, Blake.
There's no doubt about it. Again, mishandling the ball in front of your own net, you're just asking for trouble. San Diego, a good swarming defense, and Kazdanian made that play as he could have pulled the trigger earlier, but waited till Mike Allen committed himself and lifted a nice, very easily finessed shot into the back of the net. With only a minute 46 remaining in the first half, San Diego breaks back on top 4-3.
Seesaw ball game at the Kansas Coliseum. It's controlled by Per Rundfeld now in his own defensive red line. He's on the near boards, being marked by Adi Coker. Drives it off to his right and leaves it for Kevin Cooley. Cooley with a minute and a half remaining has the ball as he brings it up the middle of the floor. Across the midfield circle, picking up the pace, drives it off to his left. Christensen, back for Cooley. Into the corner, Borney. Working against Wieserkowski. Wieserkowski just wrestles him to the floor, and Alan Mayer makes the play. Nope, now Maxwell is calling a trip against the Wichita Wings, and so San Diego gets it back anyway. Fans don't like it, with good cause. A minute 13 left, and now San Diego. Nope, now Toros Cabrician is overruling the call, apparently made by Bill Maxwell. Maxwell is now in concurrence, so the Wings will have what is an effective corner kick. Christensen will set the ball. They're about 10 feet to the direct left of Alan Mayer and the net. Christensen looking for an avenue. Loops it towards Terry Nickel. Here comes the header. It's weak, and Fernandez knocks it high in the air into the stands. Wings will get it in now with a minute 8 left. They trail 4-3. Trailed in the ball game 1-0. Then led 2-1 and 3-2. Now they trail 4-3. As San Diego is on the move. Siri with the ball as he steals the inbounds pass. 60 seconds remain. Goes across the way for Kurt Wieserkowski across the red line towards the corner. Give and go, but it's knocked away by Terry Nickel. Fernandez had the right idea, but not the right method. Christensen loses the ball away to Gary Collier. 46 seconds left, and it now appears with San Diego controlling in the midfield. The Wings are going to go into the halftime, trailing by 1 goal. Perhaps 2. Wieserkowski at the red line. Middle of the floor now for Siri. 34 seconds left. Siri sends it back to the left side, controlled by Wieserkowski with the right foot. Fouls it off to the right, controlled by Collier. To the red line, in for Siri. Siri drives in around behind Jeff Bourne. Fires, knocked out of there. Cooley, controlled in the corner by Adi Coker. Jeff Bourne takes him to the floor and is going to be called for the trip. 17 seconds remaining. And it'll be a San Diego ball. 17 seconds, 4-3, they lead it. It's tough to argue the mastery of the San Diego Sockers. Wieserkowski sends it towards the corner, off the boards, and the Wings get a good bounce. It goes into the hands of Mike Dowler instead of the foot of Adi Coker. 8 seconds left now. It's all academic, at least in the first half. Wings bringing the ball up the field. 3 seconds left. Cooley just lofts it towards the goal. Jeff Bourne is there to receive it off the plexiglass, but not before the buzzer sounds, bringing the first half of action to a halt. The Wings have had their opportunities. They have not capitalized. 2 mistakes have led to San Diego tallies, and that has been the difference to this point. 4-3. San Diego takes it to the intermission with a 1-goal lead. Of the Kansas Coliseum, San Diego, going into the second half of action with a 4-3 lead. You might want to keep this in mind, folks. There's been a tornado in the Topeka area. Tornado has touched down. Early reports indicate considerable damage was done by this storm. Complete details following the game with Mary Nash right here on the Dependable and KFH News. But there has been a tornado that has touched down in Topeka, causing considerable damage, the extent of which at this point in time is not exactly ascertained or determined. But Mary Nash will keep you up to date right here on the Dependable One immediately following the game. Right now, we're wishing for that same tornado to perhaps decimate the San Diego bench, because the Wings trail 4-3, and they must outscore San Diego in this final 30 minutes of action, for the season is histoire.
Just looks as though the Wings are almost going to have to put together a perfect half of soccer. We've talked about the mistakes. They only made a couple that period and resulted in goals for San Diego. That's the only way we're going to beat these guys, because San Diego can play just about any way that you give it to them, and they'll take anything you do give them.
Kazdanian to the right-hand corner for Martin Donnelly, the same type of play they started the game off with, which, of course, resulted in a goal. This time it's a push against Donnelly, and the Wings will get it back. They're moving from our left to right, just underway in the third period of action. Greg Willen across the midfield line, works it off at the red line, left side for Andy Chapman, spits it back into the middle for Kim Rundfeld. The Rocket skirts over to the right-hand side, then dips it across for Jurgen Christensen. He's working at the left wing. Man-to-man against Wieserkowski, goes to the corner. Wieserkowski gives up his body on a tremendous sliding tackle. Christensen stays with it, tries to get it for Piper, but it's knocked out of there, and Wieserkowski controls in front of his own bench. Goes right over the back of Kim Runfed, pulls up the refrigerator, brings it in, left wing shot coming. Dowler kick save. Wieserkowski gets it right back for Kaz Dania. Dania has it knocked away by Piper, and the Wings control just to the left of center. Now the ball's dumped up over the plexiglass. Last touched by a yellow shirt. Oh, now wait a minute. They're going to give it to San Diego on the corner kick. Yeah, they missed one on that one. I had that dead to rights right here on the old binocs, and it'll be a corner kick coming for the San Diego Sockers. It was booted up over the plexiglass by a yellow shirt. Julie V puts it into play. Kaz Dania weak side. Top of the arc. Goes beyond to the right wing. Gene Wilrich receives it. Shot blocked by Jurgen Christensen. Roman with the rebound. Loops it towards Dowler, who dives to his right, making the play with 13:56 left in the third. Norman Piper into the midfield with the left foot. Boots it ahead to Andy Chapman. Chapman, middle of the floor. At the red line. Going towards the top of the arc. Works it off left wing. Jurgen Christensen moving towards the middle. Has Kim Runfed to his right. Opts for him. Rocket with the ball. Man-to-man against Kaz Dania. Sends it towards the corner. Christensen is there. Christensen off the boards. Runfed was there about 8 feet away, but the ball glanced off his shin and is controlled by Kaz Dania. 4-3. San Diego leads. 13:25 remaining in this, the third period of action. Across the red line, Gene Wilrich has the ball too far ahead. Greg Willen dumps it towards the corner to the right of Mike Dowler. Piper retrieves, and the Wings come on the O. Centering pass for Christensen. He traps it with his left foot and brings it 2 lines ahead for Andy Chapman, who takes it half stride across the red line. Left wing shot. He fakes with his right foot, drives it to the top of the arc. Kim Runfed with a drive. Alan Mayer saves. Chapman gets the rebound, and it bounces into the stands. Last touch by Martin Donnelly. And it'll be a corner kick coming for the Wichita Wings. That last shot, oh no, now they're saying it's going to be Alan Mayer. So the Wings are getting ripped off a little bit here. Or at least they have the last couple of times down the floor.
They definitely made the signal for the corner kick, and now they have given the goal kick to Alan Mayer, so we'll see what happens. Again, Kim Renfed's shot, really, again, a tough break for Wichita, as Mayer kind of waved his arms futilely at it, just got enough of a piece of it, hit the post, and bounced away. The Wings come up empty-handed once more.
Alan Mayer will have the goal kick. I was starting a thought just a moment ago. He got a shot taken off that right wrist. And that is a particularly sore spot for Alan Mayer as San Diego slows it down in their own end now. Eric Geyer with the right foot for Cha-Cha Namdar. Namdar tries to go by Kevin Cooley, and it does so finally. Just plays him off the ball, Cooley. And Namdar battling for it, and Cha-Cha is called for the push. Wings will get it back in their own end. 12:37 remaining in the third period. They trail by 1. Bruce Hurdle and Blake Schreck on your sports leader. Terry Nickel to the midfield circle. Omar Gomez across the red line, has it knocked away by Siri, affording San Diego a fast break. They opt not to take it, slowing it down instead. They come to the red line into the attack zone. Namdar with the ball. Cha-Cha driving back towards the midfield. Kevin Cooley is on him with his left foot, circles it in for Siri, makes a nice pass to get it by Omar Gomez. Siri drives it in towards Adi Coker, who is behind Terry Nickel. The pass is not handled by Coker, and Nickel retrieves in the corner. Ahead for Per Runfed. Now Per with the ball in his own defensive third. Shuttles it ahead for Kevin Cooley. Cooley 2 lines ahead for Jeff Bourne. Bourne to the top of the arc. Tried to leave it off for Nickel, but Geyer knocks it away to midfield. Retrieved by Per Runfed. Across the red line, Runfed winding up with the left foot. Sends it towards the left wing. He is there. Stops it and sends it back into the middle for Kevin Cooley. 11:43 remaining and counting down in the third period. Towards the corner, Omar Gomez is there. Fires. Shot blocked by Namdar off the kick. And pass from Jeff Bourne. So good defensive play towards the Wings that time. And here comes Adi Coker back the other way to the corner. It comes. Gary Collier for Adi Coker. Nickel plays him off the ball and sends it for Mike Dowler. San Diego, though, is playing without any pressure on them, Blake. They're just cool breezing it. Club has ice water in those veins.
No doubt about it. They just they know that they have got some room to play right now, and they're just playing their kind of game. They're under control. They're playing the type of they're playing whatever Wichita wants to give them, and equally as well. High pressure, low pressure, doesn't make any difference. They're just going ahead and going about their business, and at this point are still in control. Wichita certainly has to come from behind here and put some scoring on the board, put some points on the board, and get the emotional aspect of the game back into it, especially with the crowd.
Into the corner, Eric Geyer, centering pass. V. Willen with a bulldog shot, knocks him off the ball. Kim Rutbed comes up the other way, and the wings are on the fly. Terry Nickel up along the far boards, brings it into the red line. Kim Rutbed to his left. Nickel drives it in, drives to the top of the arc, fires, and the save is made by Mayer off the deflection of Wilkins. Good effort by Terry Nickel. He may not have seen Kim Rutbed on the weak side, but he was there. Julie V gets it at mid-floor. Greg Willen marking him man-to-man. V has won out this battle tonight. Willen gets a foot on it. V battling for it at midfield. Willen staying right with him. Piper knocks it away, and it's going to be controlled by Geyer, who spits it towards the middle. Gomez makes the play. Willen getting some respect from the crowd. He's done a great job on V, but V has had the upper hand this evening.
4 assists, and of course, now one-on-one confrontation right there. Julie V trying to play a little showboat. Greg knocked him away. But V again, 4 assists already in this contest.
Per Rundtvedt going up over the back of Ade Coker in the corner to the right of Mayer. Coker knocks it away and brings it back, heading south for the San Diego Sockers. Fernandez battling with Gomez. Now for Eric Geyer. Geyer at the midfield circle. Brings it full pace into the red line. To the top of the arc, Per Rundtvedt with a nice sliding tackle, knocks it away, and leads fast break back to the wings, 3-on-2. Per to the red line, to the top of the arc, drives to his left, works it to the left wing, works it off for Andy Chapman. The pass was a little too far behind him, and here comes San Diego right back the other way. 2-on-1, Fernandez to the red line. Fernandez has a man free, it's Coker. Coker is knocked to the floor by Dowler. Rundtvedt sends the ball to the corners. Fernandez made a play, driving towards the net. Kim got his foot on it and sent it towards the corner where the wings retrieve at 9-13. It's controlled by Andy Chapman. The fans are anxious. Jurgen Christensen at the red line, drives to the top of the arc. Wiezerkowski plays him off to the corner. Sliding into the corner to knock it away is Guy Newman, but Piper retrieves and sends it back to the red line. Greg Willen to the left of center. To the top of the arc now for Andy Chapman. Turns, fires, Mayer saves, right back to the corner. Chapman is there. Chapman sends it back towards the red line, but it's knocked away by Julie V. Julie V bringing it the other way. V to the midfield. V across the red line. He's into the offensive zone. He and Norman Piper man-to-man. Willen comes out to contest and knocks the ball away. Here come the wings on a 3-on-2. It's a bona fide man advantage. Christensen on the left wing for Willen. Willen drives to the corner. Played off the ball by Wiezerkowski, and then Willen is called to the push. Good call. Willen was actually pushing and holding Wiezerkowski going to the corner. With 8:29 remaining, San Diego will put it into play.
Wichita, again, you can see the frustration as they're arguing between themselves. They just can't quite seem to put it together. And San Diego just bends and never breaks. They just keep coming right back at you.
They have it in the midfield now. Gene Wilrich, one of the really unsung heroes for San Diego. You don't hear a lot about him, but I'd love to have him on the wings. As of 8:13 remaining. San Diego now into the attack zone. The far corner, it's controlled by Dania. Working man-to-man against Norman Piper. You talk about a mismatch. Donnelly with the ball at the midfield circle. His pass ahead for Wilrich, intercepted by Kim Rundtvedt. Kim wastes no trouble, or wastes no time driving into the midfield, but he's played off the ball. And San Diego will get it back again. 7:53 remaining in the thus far scoreless third period. Donnelly with the ball across the red line into the attack zone. Julie V turns on Willen. Wilson plays him off the ball and sends it back for Mike Dowler. Dowler gets the hand, but Greg Willen was the man that really made the play as he got V to turn the wrong way, and the ball went into the hands of Dowler. Wings come back for Jeff Bourne now at the top of the arc. Works it off to his left. Jurgen Christensen takes it on the wing, working against Namdar. Sends it off the boards. No one is there except for Siri. He sets the ball, makes a brilliant play to get it away from Piper. Hewley comes over, hustling back door, knocks it off the boards, but Wiezerkowski maintains possession. Wiezerkowski with an anvil in his pocket. Checks it at the top of the penalty arc, and it's knocked away by Mike Dowler. Wiezerkowski, not a very fleet-of-foot defender.
Coming off a strained knee, but he never had the great speed. He's just a good consummate defender, and especially in that term, just a defending not real great offensive talents.
Christensen into the attack zone, working to the right of Mayer. Loops it off for Hewley. His shot off the full volley, bounds towards the corner. Now it's set for Nickel. His shot is saved by Mayer. Nice set from by Jeff Bourne, and now the distribution is blocked. Nickel couldn't get the shot off in real good stead. Now San Diego jumps it the length of the floor, but Per Rundtvedt knocks it away from Ade Coker. And Mike Dowler quickly belts it up the mid-floor. Great ball game here. 4-3, Wings trail it. You're listening to Wings Soccer on your voice of the Wings, KFH Wichita. Bruce Hurdle, Blake Schreck, Mike Sy. Terry Nickel breaks in across the red line. Boots it towards the center. It's deflected. Gomez gets it back. Fires from the top of the arc. Roman blocks it away. Wings control, however, near boards at the red line. Hewley centers. In for Per Rundtvedt. Per Rundtvedt on the far side. Loops it towards the corner, but Namdar knocks it away. J.V. Johnson leading a cheer for the offensive exploits of the Wichita Wings. That's kind of a self-defeating purpose when the fact is that San Diego should probably be applauded for the defense they're playing rather than Wichita's offense. As the fact remains, Wichita's been unable to score. It's still 4-3.
San Diego is very slyly taking the Wings out of their game. They've got them forced into this up and down type of play, again, which the Wings are not real comfortable playing. They don't score a lot of goals on fast breaks. They haven't got the time to set up their offense, and there's so much space right now. You think Wichita could go ahead and maybe score one. They're giving them a lot of room, but they haven't been able to put one in the back of the net.
Forney, near side, leaves it towards the middle. Wilrich knocks it away. Little too nonchalant, and Forney paid the price as Dania brings it back in the midfield. Now 5:18 remaining in the period. Roman coming in, shot coming down with the kick save of the shot from the right wing. Jeff Bourne retrieves, and the Wings have it. Up the floor they come on the attack, looking for that tying goal. Terry Nickel across the midfield circle. Works it to the red line. He's played off the ball on a good aggressive hip check from Gary Collier, who steals it away for Julie V. He makes a nifty play to get it by Greg Willen, but the dangerous play is called, and the Wings will get it right back in the midfield. Terry Nickel at the midfield circle. Works it off on the weave for Omar Gomez. Now at the red line. The Wings working at a slow pace. Right wing, it's Kevin Cooley. Cooley's pass knocked away by Siri, and the Wings have to hustle back defensively as San Diego tries to garner a fast break opportunity. Siri with the ball at the red line, centering pass. Gary Collier gets to it and boots it up over the plexiglass.
Wichita's last few passes, or last few attempts offensively, have really been very lackadaisical.
Remember to be listening after tonight's contest for a major announcement from 13 KFH. As the ball is put back into play. Fans clamoring for a tally as Andy Chapman brings it across the red line into the offensive zone to the top of the arc. He meanders, leaves it off left wing. Jurgen Christensen makes a nifty move to his right to get free, but Hilkes recovers well. He's at the top of the arc, now moves left. Leaves it off for Norman Piper. Here's the blast wide. Chapman for the follow. Geyer is there with a brilliant sliding tackle for Julie B. Greg Willen keeps it in, but Geyer clears it to midfield. Kim Runfed keeps it in at the red line. Up along the left-hand boards for Greg Willen. Willen with scoring on his mind. Turns towards the net. Works towards the corner. Ball off the boards. He was trying to find Christensen. Gets knocked out of there by Gary Collier, and the Wings will get it now. Halfway towards the corner kick spot up along the far boards. 3:54 remaining. Wings looking for the equalizer. If the Wings should pull this out, we'd be on the air at 2:30 with Wings Talk on Sunday. If they are not, it's history.
Just to mention, if the Wichita Wings do win tonight, the ticket office will be open tomorrow from 10 until whenever. 10 until sold out. There's at least a couple thousand tickets left. Plenty of good seats remaining, and of course, we certainly hope that we will be with you on Sunday afternoon.
Jurgen Christensen off the set piece, leaves it for Andy Chapman. It's knocked out of there by Guy Newman, retrieved at the red line by Mike Dowler. 4-3, San Diego leads, 3:45 and counting down in the third period, which has been scoreless. Kim Runfed across the red line into the attack zone. Norman Piper top of the arc. Andy Chapman one touch back, middle of the floor. Kim Runfed at the red line. Working it to his left. He has crossed Dania aboard. Per Runfed now on the left, or back on the floor as Jurgen Christensen retrieves it. Middle of the floor, Per Runfed. Right wing, Andy Chapman. Wings trying to set up that tying goal. Kim Runfed with a blast from just inside the red line. Lots of velocity, but no direction as it skirts over the plexiglass to the left of Alan Mayer, who will put the ball into play via the goal kick coming. 3:15 remaining.
Wings have had the opportunity to set up offensively, but Jurgen Christensen is controlling the ball most of the time. He is drawing defenders on him, and when that happens, Wichita's other players have a tendency to stand around and not to create space in open lanes and run away from the ball, which all good players do and all good scorers should do to get open. Jurgen, again, not at full strength, having some trouble controlling the ball, so it's causing some problems for Wichita right now offensively.
Alan Mayer with a distribution hit the chest of Ade Coker, and the Wings get it right back. Norman Piper in their own defensive end. San Diego has picked up the defensive marking a little bit more aggressively as Omar Gomez has it in the midfield circle. Across the red line, it's Andy Chapman moving towards the top of the arc. He's facing the net, you'll notice. Working to the right, he has the ball knocked away by Gene Wilrich. Hustles after it. Newman knocks it away, but Gomez gets it at the top of the arc, sends it to the left. Per Runfed sets it with that powerful, thunderous left foot. Works it towards a diagonal shot in the corner. Gomez is there. Gomez in front for Chapman, but Coker played him off the ball, and the Wings are shut out on their best offensive opportunity in the third period. As we have a call against Per Rundfed, pushing off on Kurt Wieserkowski. Per didn't like the call. With 2:31 remaining, San Diego gets it back.
It's a poor call as he used his body to just kind of spin Wieserkowski around and get the rebound. There was not a lot of contact on that play. A tough one for Wichita.
Kim Rundfed just dumps it into the attack zone off a poor pass in, off the dead ball for San Diego, but it's retrieved by Kaz Dania. Kaz with a couple of Olympic medals, been on World Cup teams that have finished third. Was at one time considered one of the best soccer players in all of Europe, behind Pele and Beckenbauer. Actually, Pele, of course, it's not even European. As the ball is controlled with 1:59 in the third period remaining, San Diego has it in their own zone. Alan Mayer dumps it up to mid-floor. It's controlled by Dania. Man-to-man, Kim Rundfed and Dania battling for it. Wieserkowski comes out, knocking Kim to the floor on a hard tackle, but it's going to be controlled by Willen. Willen bringing it across the red line, leaves it off for Jeff Bourne. Kim is slow getting up, and he is being hobbled by a left ankle. Wings have it in their own offensive end. Ball off the far boards. Donnelly, knocks it away towards Wieserkowski. Now it's Kaz Dania, just 1:26 remaining. Rundfed trying to shake off that injury, is having problems doing so, and Wilrich has it. Facing the net, left side, Julie V. Willen plays them off the ball. Rundfed now working a little easier, hustles off the floor. Kevin Chuli comes on in his stead. 65 seconds remaining in the third. Terry Nickel to the top of the arc. Jeff Warren turns, fires off the board. Nickel was coming in. The ball is knocked into the stands by Martin Donnelly. The fans want two. They're not going to get it. It'll instead be a corner kick for the Wings, coming to the left of Alan Mayer.
I don't understand, if they're going to have that rule in the rule book, why they aren't going to make that call once in a while. They have to take into consideration the situation, and that's a perfect time to clear the ball out of bounds and out of danger. It's just right in front of the goal mouth. Donnelly knocked it straight up into the air and out of bounds, but no call.
Omar Gomez will put the ball into play, about 10 feet shy of the corner kick spot. Shot coming. Nickel follows, hit the post. That ball rankled in between Alan Mayer's legs. And on top of everything else, San Diego now has got a rub of the green. They're a little bit lucky right there, as Mayer was able to keep the ball in between his legs. Omar Gomez from the set position took the shot and nearly scored. Coker battling with Kevin Cooley at midfield is called for the push. 43 seconds left.
Coker obviously took a cheap shot at Kevin after the initial contact. He's being reprimanded by Toros Kabrichian, but again, no cards, no penalties, only to Omar Gomez. None for San Diego in this contest so far.
Kevin Cooley on the near boards, and that penalty to Omar is the difference in the ball game, as it is a 4-3 contest, and they scored on the power play. Ball into the corner. Per Rundfed hustles Cha-Cha Namdar off the ball, and it's controlled by Mike Dowler, who's quickly hit for Terry Nickel. Fans a little uncomfortable with 22 seconds remaining. Terry with the ball, near boards, lofts it towards the corner. Donnelly comes out to head it away to mid-floor. It's set by Gomez with 12 seconds left. He brings it into the offensive end. Left side, Per Rundfed. Fans want a shot from Per, but he's played off the ball by Cha-Cha, and Per is called for the trip afterwards. 4 seconds remaining, so San Diego will just bide their time and hustle off this last 4 seconds. That's going to be it. 3 seconds, 2-1. We have come to the end of the third period. We're all 4-3 is the score. San Diego leads. Back after this 2-minute timeout. And that's the question. Does Wichita have the capacity against a team like San Diego to take matters into their own hands?
I'll tell you what, if they don't have it now, the way these fans are reacting, 10,000 strong here in the Coliseum, then they aren't going to have it. It's as we were talking to Greg Willen and Tony Pesnecker before, he says everybody knows what we should do, what we're supposed to do. It's a matter of getting out there and doing it. And they got 15 minutes left to do it, and we'll see if anybody's got it in them. If they can get some kind of fire going, there's certainly one goal down in this ball game. No problem at all if they just put their minds to it and try to bring one home.
Wings are 15 minutes from elimination and going home for summer vacation, as Jurgen Christensen has it at the red line, working to the top of the arc. Takes the pass off to Andy Chapman, now working on the left wing, and he just has the ball muscled away by Gary Collier. That's another tremendous asset this team has over the Wings, is physical strength. They've got a size and strength dominance that has really helped them to dominate this series, and they have done so convincingly in the first two games. Tonight, it has not been as convincing, but they still lead 4-3. Jurgen Christensen across the red line. One touch to Norman Piper. Passes it to himself. Heads towards the corner. Lawrence Hilks shadowing all the way. It's now back for Christensen to the top of the arc. Chapman is played off the ball by Eric Geyer on a tremendously difficult mismatch. Christensen tries to meet Vidal Fernandez at the red line, and now the ball is up towards the midfield arc. Julie V across the red line has beaten Greg Willen. Fires, misses to the right. Ball comes bounding back to the red line, but Gary Collier will control. Collier on the left wing sends it towards the corner. Fernandez sets it for Collier, stops it with his right foot, sends it in for Julie V, and Greg Willen battles him off the ball and leaves it off for Mike Dowler. Quickly along the left-hand side with 13:40 remaining comes Andy Chapman. Chapman at the midfield circle, leaves it off for the Rocket. Kim Rundfed. Rundfed across the red line into the attack zone. It goes by Jurgen Christensen to the corner, and Alan Mayer dumps it up off the plexiglass. Christensen keeps it in. Kosdania's on his back, working to the left of the goalkeeper. Jurgen with the ball, sends it back towards the red line, and Norman Piper is actually hit the halfway point. Now he retreats towards the midfield, and he'll leave it off for Greg Willen. 13 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, and the Wings trail 4-3. Omar Gomez across the red line at the right wing, working into the top of the arc, leaves it off for Kim Rundfed. Kim driving to his right, sets, fires, and Collier blocks it. And the ball is up into the stands. It'll be a kick coming in for the Wichita Wings. Another factor we really need to talk about, Blake, is the total dominance physically that San Diego has been able to reap on the Wichita Wings. If you and I played for the Wichita Wings, we'd be two of the biggest, strongest dudes out there. And you and I are not tremendously large physical specimens by American athlete standards, but certainly these guys, they've got 7 or 8 players over 6'1", 185 pounds, and that takes its toll. Ball put into play off a set piece from Omar Gomez. It's knocked right back out of there. Kevin Cooley retrieves it back in the midfield where the Wings will set their offense.
Again, to continue that point, they are all just as fast and strong and skilled as the Wichita Wings are. So when you have big, strong players along with speed and skill, it's just too hard to get away from.
Jeff Bourne let the pass off for Omar Gomez as we were completing that thought, and he hit the inside post with a shot, and it bounded away. But true to script, the Wings are not being able to convert those into goals. Now Dowler's going to be touched with the 3-line pass. I'm sure Mike did not intend that, but he gets it nonetheless. And so with 12:38, the Wings are turned back once again. And San Diego will put it into play. To the right of goalkeeper Dowler, the ball is in the corner. Wilrich working against Kevin Cooley. I'll tell you, as much fun as anything, it's been great to watch the Willen V match up all 3 games as the ball is squirted into the hands of Mike Dowler off a poor pass off the board. Swings them on the offense. Omar Gomez goes across for Terry Nickel across the red line, has to wait a stutter step for the shot, then whiffs at it, and Ade Coker makes the play. Coker leaves it off for Wieserkowski. Nickel tries to tackle, but the ball is still controlled by Coker. He's thrown to the floor by Per Rundfed. Pushes the call by Torres Capriccian, and that's going to be 2 minutes for Per. That's good.
Silly.
Per Rundfed just whipped it right at Ade Coker and the official Torres Capriccian. Per is shaking it off laughingly, but he did it once already today, and now he's going to get it this time, and it's a good call made by Torres Capriccian. Per lost his temper a little bit, and that could really end up being a costly mistake for the Wings, who get a senseless penalty. Ungentlemanly conduct with 12:06 remaining in the game, trailing 4-3, and San Diego now with the extra attacker.
Perez had something going with Ade Coker ever since the last regular season game, and he saw that opportunity to maybe take a little of his frustration out on Coker. He nailed him, and I'm surprised he didn't get a 2-minute penalty just for the contact. But then Per, who has the coolest of heads on the Wings, hauled off and hit one of his rockets right past Coker and Capriccian, too. Capriccian probably pulled 2 minutes on him just in self-defense. It was just a senseless penalty for Per Rundfed, and again, San Diego with the strategy of pulling the extra attacker, putting the extra attacker on the field, leaving the net open in this situation, which is what amounts to a 6-on-4 situation, and the Wings penalty killing unit are only on about 5 seconds in the first time. We'll try once more.
So the man advantage situation now at 12:03. This could be an awfully big goal for San Diego if they are able to capitalize. Gene Wilrich in the right corner. As Blake imparted to you, Kosdania has the goalkeeping silks on. Donnelly at the top of the arc. Works it off to his right. It's Wilrich. The shot comes in. Coker is there, but it bounces up over the plexiglass and into the stands. There'll be a goal kick coming from Mike Dowler. The Wings have that same penalty killing unit on. Kim Rundfed, Norman Piper, Stevie Westbrook, along with Tony Pesnecker.
The Wings can control now and get off a shot. If they can get it down in their offensive end and get off a controlled shot, they're going to have a chance to force Kazdina into making a save or put him in that defensive position. So we'll see how they handle it.
Mike Dowler with a high lofting pass ahead for Kim Rundfed, who heads it into the red line. Is free now in the Wings offensive zone. Now he dumps it back to midfield, and the Wings are going to try to take the air out of it a little bit. Kim still controlling at the midfield. Goes by Julie V, who trips him to the floor, and the sprint for a blue card is coming out. So a big penalty called against Julie V. Tripping will be the call with 11:25 remaining, and here is the situation time-wise. V gets a penalty at 11:25 with 1:19 left in the penalty to Per Rundfed, so the Wings will have the man advantage for 41 seconds after the expiration of the penalty to Per Rundfed.
And now both teams pour aside, which gives the Wings more space in which they are very much more effective. And also, you'll notice Julie V inadvertently tripped Kim Rundfed right there. No argument, no nothing, even though it was kind of a tough call and could have been made either way. He just walked into the penalty area. But now, four aside, a lot more space out there in the field to see if the Wings can take advantage of it.
Needless to say, Alan Mayer is back in the nets. 11:25 remaining. Both teams playing 4 men aside. But the Wings will have the power play situation for 41 seconds upon the expiration of Per Rundfed's penalty. Now, Norman Piper with the ball in the midfield. Piper in front of the Wichita bench tries to go around Seri, is successful, heads it towards the corner, working with the ball off the boards, but Mayer makes the play, quickly looking for the distribution. He wants the Sockers to fast break. He doesn't get them to do so, and Eric Geyer controls it. 11 minutes remaining in the ball game. The Wings, 1 goal shy of tying this ball game up, are defending Martin Donnelly in front of his own arc. Sends it the length of the floor, and Kim Rundfed retrieves it in the Wichita, and 46 seconds left now in the penalty to Per Rundfed. Ball controlled by Omar Gomez. Back to the midfield circle. Corralled there by Kimmy Rundfed. Rundfed just inside the red line now, as the fans, sensing the opportunity forthcoming, starting to pick up the enthusiasm. Omar Gomez nearly played off the ball by Seri. Dumps it back for Rundfed. 24 seconds now. They need to stave off to get the opportunity. Across the red line it comes. Gomez. Gomez towards the top of the arc. Fake the burst at speed. Right foot rolling over the top of the ball ever so expertly. Sends it back into the middle for Kevin Cooley. 8 seconds remaining, and Kevin's going to sit it there and wait for Per Rundfed to get out of the penalty bench. And now he is. The Wings are on a man advantage. The Wings are on the power play for the next 40 seconds. At the point, Kim Rundfed brings it in, leaves it off right side for Omar Gomez. The fans anticipate it. Rundfed, top of the arc, works it off, right side, Gomez. He assesses the situation, leaves it off for Per. Back for Omar on the right wing. Omar works it for Kim, top of the arc. His shot hits the plexiglass wide, and Ade Coker is obstructed going to the red line by Kim Rundfed. A good call made by Billy Maxwell. And it'll be with 9:42 remaining and 17 seconds left in the man-down situation. San Diego's ball in their own defensive third.
Good strategy, but it took a few extra seconds getting set and getting situated right there. And now only 17 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Wichita.
Seri with the ball, leaves it back for Alan Mayer, so it looks like San Diego is going to dodge a potential scoring opportunity for the Wings. 8 seconds left, and the ball is booted up by Eric Geyer, which hits the scoreboard. So the Wings will have at least one more barrage available to them. Kim Rundfed sends it into the middle for Jeff Bourne. It's knocked out of there by Seri, and both teams are now back to full strength as Alan Mayer has it in front of his own net. 9:24 remaining in the ball game. San Diego in control. 4-3. Julie V against Per Rundfed. Drives to the top of the arc. He leads it off for Martin Donnelly. Omar Gomez just flagrantly threw him to the floor with a push. I'll tell you something right now. Omar was very lucky that he didn't get a card pulled on that one, so the Wings get a big break. Donnelly and Gomez having words all the way back down the floor as well, you can imagine. Christensen takes it across the red line. He's tackled to the floor by Donnelly, and the call is made by Toros Cabriccia.
Donnelly's still a little upset after the Omar Gomez incident. In fact, he gave Omar a retaliatory shove right in front of Bill Maxwell, who just stood there as if he didn't see anything.
Put into play by Jurgen Christensen. 8:56 remaining in the ball game. Trailing by 1 are the Wings. Just inside the red line near boards. Christensen approaches it with that magical left foot. loops it towards the corner. Gomez is there. Roman hit him hard off the ball. Good play. And the ball's knocked away to Cha-Cha Namdar, who can really pick this club up. This time it's knocked away by Cooley. Cooley on the right wing, drives in, fires, shot, misses wide. Ball comes in by Jurgen Christensen on the far corner. Christensen tries to scoot it up towards the middle. Donnelly throws Gomez to the floor in front of the San Diego bench. No call on the play. Here's a 3-on-2 San Diego break. Namdar goes weak side for Seri. Kevin Cooley comes in. They're in the corner. Seri and Cooley battling for it. Ball is up against the boards, and now Cooley is called for the trip.
And Maxwell doesn't even know which way he's pointing. He pointed the other way first. In fact, that's what Jeff Horn is saying, but of course, obviously it was a San Diego ball, but Maxwell totally confused out there. It's not been a factor in this game whatsoever as far as making any kind of authoritative calls.
Indeed, Kaprichian has picked up that slack. V with the shot. Namdar is there, but Dowler jumps on it. Ball came right in off the shot, and Mike Dowler is hot. Having some words with Greg Willen, but the Wings control it nonetheless. 8:16 left. Plenty of time, but it is fleeting to be sure. As Christensen brings it across the red line into the offensive zone, sweeps it off to the left for Kevin Cooley. The Wings looking for the equalizer. They have never lost a must-win situation in the Kansas Coliseum in the postseason. Per Rundfed back into the middle for Christensen. The Wings working back in the midfield again. Adi Coker matching up man-to-man. Christensen tries to go past the Englishman, is unsuccessful. Now he gets it a second time to the corner for Andy Chapman. Chapman to the left of Mayer. Trying to find Omar Gomez. Is successful. Omar from 22 leaves it off for Christensen. Jurgen to the top of the arc. Turns back to his left. Trying to control the ball. Is successful. Works it off for Chapman. Ball got too far in front of him in the corner, but he keeps Roman on his back. There to the left of Alan Mayer. Dumps it back towards the red line. Per Rundfed retrieves. 7:29 remaining. Into the corner it goes for Kevin Cooley. Takes it up off the boards. Andy Chapman is there. Ball in front of the net. It's knocked out of it by Cooley. Christensen with a full volley shot. And I think he surprised everyone with his velocity on that shot. But it goes wide. It comes out to midfield, and San Diego breaks. Pazdania at the red line. Leaves it off for Namdar. Namdar goes too far ahead of himself, and Omar Gomez controls it with 7 minutes remaining. Wings break quickly. Christensen ahead for Chapman. Chapman fires. Mayer makes the save, and the ball comes bounding back. Christensen on the left wing gets it free once again. Christensen takes the shot off the board, just pounded away. Chapman is there, weak side. Nobody, as 3 men are pulled back towards the midfield, and it was all up to Jurgen Christensen and Andy Chapman. They had the chance, but couldn't put it home, and so 6:44 remaining. San Diego controls.
A couple of breaks for Wichita, and they couldn't convert. A couple of open nets, good shots, good opportunities, good hustle on defense, but again, they still trail by a goal. 6.5 minutes remaining in the contest.
Scoreless second half of action. San Diego on the offense. A goal at this stage of the game could just about put things out of reach for San Diego. And now they're slowing it down. Alan Mayer's pass up to midfield, though, is intercepted by Kim Rundfed, and again the Wings come on the attack. Terry Nichols played sparingly in the contest with the ball. Zigzagging to his left and right to the top of the arc for Andy Chapman. Shovels it off to the outside part of his foot to his right. Greg Willen has it. Inside the red line attack zone. It's Kim Rundfed. Rundfed moves it towards the top of the arc. Andy Chapman turns, fires. He's played off the ball by Wieserkowski. Nickel with the follow comes driving in. He got held by Collier. No call on the play. And Mayer makes the play in front of the net. The Wings are forcing the opportunities, but they're frustrated every time down. Ball distributed up to mid-floor. Now Dania breaking in against Rasmussen. Dowler comes out to knock it away. Wieserkowski gets the rebound at the red line, and Kim Rundfed finally intercepts. Wings need desperately to score. Andy Chapman across the red line, taking things into his own hands, working against Guy Newman, comes to the top of the arc, sets it to the right for Frank Rasmussen. Rasmussen's played off the ball, and again, Frank's had some problems against the San Diego team, not for lack of hustle. But San Diego has been able to strip him of the ball just about at will, and they do so again with 5:18 remaining. San Diego with the ball in their own third.
The clock is ticking down, and it's, again, just a one-goal contest, but it just seems as though San Diego still is in control. Wichita's had them a little disoriented as of late. They had a couple of good opportunities and are applying a lot of pressure. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, and the Wings are down by a goal.
Television obligations out of the way. We're ready for action now. Ball is thrown play by Willen, immediately blocked by Wilrich. Greg retrieves back in his own defensive third to Mike Dowler. 5 minutes remaining in the ballgame. Wings continue to trail by 1 as Mike Dowler spits it up into the stands, and that's the type of thing right now that the Wings certainly don't need. Every possession becomes very key, to be sure. And it'll be a San Diego kicking now off the miscue by Mike.
High pressure right there by San Diego, and Wichita cannot even control in their own defensive end. Mike Donnelly locking it into the stands, trying to hit Omar Gomez just in front of San Diego's bench.
San Diego into the offense again. Time slipping away. Adi Coker leaves it in for Lawrence Hills. He had a shot at it, but Kim made a good enough play on his back to knock it away. Norman Piper comes on the offense. Norman to mid-floor for Per Rundfeld. Across the midfield he comes. Per stops over his left foot, sends it in the middle for Kim. Kim at the midfield circle, drives it to the red line, works it into the top of the arc, sends it in for Jeff Bourne. Forney driving to his right, being held in there by Newman. Those forwards are not going to do anything with their backs to the net. San Diego's just too strong as Rundfeld whips a shot in, a hope and a prayer from the red line. He keeps his own rebound in from going to San Diego's feet at the red line, heading it towards the corner. Norman Piper played off the ball expertly by Surrey and controlled by Alan Mayer. Mayer distributes it out to mid-floor. Driving in is Gene Wilrich, but Per Rundfeld just wrestled him down. Superior strength there, and the Wings get it back. Jeff Bourne working to the red line. Driving up, shot coming, blocked out of there by Roman. Works it towards the corner. Gomez drives it off the boards, and Mayer makes the play. That time, 3 orange shirts were all over everywhere, but unable to get the rebound. Time ticking away, 3:52. It's elimination if the Wings don't score. And they get it back in midfield. Kim Rundfeld is kicked by Seri on the play. Fans clamoring for the 2-minute violation. They do not get it. Wings get it back, though. Nonetheless, right wing, Kim Rundfeld setting that right foot. Shot coming hard off the boards. Gomez tries to come in to get the garbage goal. Is unsuccessful. Ball's bounced back to the red line. Jeff Bourne works it to the top of the arc. Forney driving in. Forney at the right wing. Roman plays him off the ball and knocks it back to the red line for Greg Willen. Greg takes it off his chest, works it to his left for Norman Piper. Now, 3:19 remaining in the game. It's getting down to white knuckles time. Fans are nervous. Willen to the top of the arc for Jeff Bourne. Sets it for Gomez. Forney drives in. Stern fires. Mayer saves. Forney gets after it again, but Alan Mayer made the save of the game as he came sliding out to make the play. And a dangerous play is called against Jeff Bourne as he went sweeping after the ball in the face of Alan Mayer. 3:06 remaining, 4-3 your score.
Great opportunity there. A great pass into Bourne, but Alan Mayer, MVP of the league, came out sliding aggressively, made a decision, made the play. San Diego controls just over 3 minutes remaining in the Wings season unless they score.
Tremendous goalkeeper is Alan Mayer. He has been the difference in this ball game, unquestionably, as San Diego sends it the length of the floor. And so now the Wings will bring it back the other way. They're going to call a timeout. 2:58. Remember, remaining in the game. 4-3. San Diego leads Wichita. Is taking a timeout.
I wonder, Bruce, if he's going to go ahead and pull the goalkeeper. He has had bittersweet success with that. Sometimes success, sometimes not. Just under 3 minutes left. The Wings straight by a goal. They've had a couple of good opportunities, but you got, and it looks as though Kevin Cooley's going to be putting them on right now. So the Wings are going to put on the extra attacker for the last 2 minutes and 58 seconds.
Remember, there has been a tornado striking in the Topeka area. A tornado touched down. Early reports indicated considerable damage was done by that storm. No initial reports on any type of fatalities. But, of course, Mary Nash, with her consummate style and grace, will keep you up to date with what's going on in Topeka and elsewhere around in the world of news immediately after the broadcast tonight. You're listening to Mary Nash for complete details right here on the dependable 113 KFH. The numbers paint a grim picture. 2:58 remaining in the contest. Now, for some reason, the clock went just beat down to 2:56. It just took 2 seconds off the clock. Of why, I'm not exactly sure. 4-3 are the numbers that indicate the score, and that is of San Diego's advantage. Now, the crowd. 9,880 of them rising to their feet, trying to exhort this club on to bigger and better things. If the final 2:56 remain as they are, San Diego will have won the Western Division postseason and will have advanced in their first year in the MISL into the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. Wings on the move with the extra attacker. Kevin Cooley ahead for Omar Gomez. They're at the red line. Omar works it off for Per Rundfeld. Back to the point. Cooley controls. Left side, it's fair run fit. Jeff Bourne is acting as the screen in front of Mayer. To the top of the arc, Cooley has it. Cooley right side, Kim Runfed. Kim fakes the first strong shot of this situation. Now 230, Cooley's blasting it. Mayer saves! A tremendous shot from Cooley with great velocity. But Alan Mayer high in the air, and a shot that may have hit plexiglass anyway, deflects it towards the corner, and the Wings now will work the set piece to the right of goalkeeper Alan Mayer. Ball is placed by Torres Fabrician. It'll be put into play by Jurgen Christensen. Comes to the top of the arc. Cooley with the blast. It's knocked out of there on the deflection by Martin Donnelly. And the Wings will get it back down at the red line. 2:24 remaining. No one is sitting in the Kansas Coliseum. At the point, Kevin Cooley, right side, is Kim Runfed. A mistake here, and the game's over. Per Runfed, left side. Tries to whip the shot off to the top of the arc. Cooley with the drive, blocked out of there, goes to the far corner, and it's controlled by Christensen. Quickly back to the red line for Kim Runfed, right back for Jurgen. Jurgen has a man in the middle, Omar Gomez, couldn't quite get it to El Indio. Now he loops it across for Per Runfed. He heads it right back for Kevin Cooley. Cooley at the point, driving in, shot coming, just wide, followed by Christensen, can't get it. Jurgen on the weak side has it again. The ball's knocked out of there to the red line with 1:51 remaining. All controlled by the green-shirted Kevin Cooley. The fans want it. Per Runfed just inside the red line. Sets it off for Cooley. Cooley works it right wing for Kim Runfed. Sets it with his right foot. Right back for Cooley. Cooley at the point. Works it left side for Per Runfed. The shot coming, and it's deflected off the back of Bert Wieserkowski. It'll be a corner kick coming to the left this time of Alan Mayer. San Diego affects substitutions. 5 fresh bodies on the floor. I like this San Diego club.
I tell you, they're as strong as any team I've seen, and that includes some of the New York teams that have won championships, of course, in the first 4 years. They have, again, the essential mixture of speed, strength, and size, as well as skill.
Wings looking for the tying goal. Will it come? 1:33 remaining from the corner kick to the left of Mayer. The ball will be put into play by Jurgen Christensen. He has Kim Runfed on the weak side. He goes that way. His shot deflected, and it was going that way. It's knocked out of there by Gary Collier. Woolrich has it inside the red line. Here could be the ball game. Just glances wide to the right, and Per Runfed knocks it into the hands of Kevin Cooley. Kevin bowls it off along the right-hand side. 1:18 left. Per quickly ahead. Namdar knocks it away, and it's controlled back by Julie V. Namdar working in. Namdar with the shot. Cooley saves. Kevin drops it down in front of himself. Working towards the red line as Kim Runfed is calling for a substitution. The Wings work it up along the left-hand side. Controlled by Jurgen Christensen. 60 seconds remaining in the ballgame. In the middle, it's Omar Gomez. Now Kevin Cooley, the midfield circle. The tension is incredible at the Coliseum as the Wings look for the tying goal. Kevin Cooley at the top of the arc, left side, Per Runfed. Runfed back to the arc, Cooley with the shot, knocked out of there and into the stands via the header of Nico Roman. 42 seconds remain, 4-3, your score. Wings trail by 1 as they have all second half.
Nico Roman got his bell rung on that one, and he is taking himself out of the game. He's holding his head, and I'm sure Kevin struck it well. Per Runfed is free on the left side. Now Adi Coker coming over to give him some respect. Kim Runfed comes back on the floor as Roy Turner is getting his most powerful feet out there. Bourne and Gomez up front. Christensen puts it into play for Runfed. Runfed to the point. Cooley is there. Cooley lofts it towards the corner for Jeff Bourne. Heads it back for Per Runfed. 34 seconds left. Per centers it. Now right side, Kim Runfed. The shot knocked out of there on a good defensive play by Adi Coker. It's just shy of the red line on the far boards. 28 seconds left. Tremendous tension at the Coliseum. Runfed puts the ball on the play to the point. Kevin Cooley towards the corner for Per Runfed. Right back into the middle for Christensen. Time is ticking away. 22 seconds left. Christensen to the top of the arc. Ball's knocked away to the red line. Runfed gets it right back to the point. Cooley with the shot. Runfed is there trying to get the garbage goal, and that could be it. The ball game should be over as the ball is sent the length of the pitch. 8 seconds left, and the season is history for the Wichita Wings. 4, 3, 2, 1. San Diego wins it. I'll check it now. 1 second left, but San Diego is going to win it. Namdar at the red line loops it towards the plexiglass. He got a bad spot, and that's going to be it. 1 second remains, and San Diego, in a 3-game sweep, has taken the Wichita Wings and advanced into these finals of the Major Indoor Soccer League Championship Series. And the ball game is over, and San Diego is your Western Division champions. The Wings fall in this ball game 4-3.
The crowd rising to their feet in appreciation of the Wings' effort, but it was not enough. The ball game is over. Back to the recap after this timeout.
Meet Harry,
Hello.
the businessman. Travels a lot, but hates to drive.
I hate to drive.
No wonder. Leave early, gone overnight, or days at a time. Hours on the road. Lots of fun.
Oh.
Then Harry heard about Air Midwest. 300 miles an hour in pressurized comfort to more than 30 cities and 10 states. Plus, easy connections with other airlines. Now Harry's happy. Sure, he still travels, but he's back before you know it.
I'm home.
Call Air Midwest or your local travel agent.
Midway Auto can accelerate your car's road handling performance with premium gas. Gabriel's new gas pressurized shocks and struts. Inside these units, highly pressurized gas works against the hydraulic fluid to provide instant adjustments to the motion of the piston. The result, more reliable handling and quicker responses to all road and driving conditions. For a truly premium ride, get Gabriel Premium Gas Shocks, starting as low as $27.95 each. Available now at Midway Auto, 4359 South Seneca and 2951 George Washington Boulevard.
Thick and rich, no matter what you order. A small, medium, or large Godfather's Pizza, you're asking for size, as in thick, as in magnificent. But when you order a Godfather's Pizza combo, you're asking for the boss. Pepperoni, beef, sausage, onions, black olives, and mushrooms laid down on a sassy sauce-covered crust and smothered with real mozzarella. It weighs more than 4 pounds, nearly 5. You just aren't going to believe the size. Yeah, take one on for size. Godfather's Pizza, 6 Wichita locations in Hutchinson and Derby.
At Kansas State Bank and Trust, we've got a checking account that's just right for you. Some banks only have one kind of checking account. At KSB&T, we realize that people have different needs for their checking, and we've got an account to fit those needs. For a checking account just right for your lifestyle, check with the bank.
Take it to the bank, KSB&T, the bank that's making dreams come true.
Member FDIC.
The vanquished heroes taking a lap posthumously around the floor at the Kansas Coliseum. The final count, 4-3, San Diego ends the Wings season right in its tracks here at the Kansas Coliseum. A crowd of near 10,000. It wasn't announced that way, but granted, there were certainly people standing in the aisles here tonight. 4-3 was the final score as the Wichita Wings succumb to the San Diego Sockers, and indeed the Sockers will be the Western Division representative in the MISL Championship Series against either the Cleveland Force or the Baltimore Blast. And Baltimore leads that series now 2-1. Mark Black is coming up with a quick recap of the scoring and, of course, all the information on the scoreboard show immediately following. And it'll be Roy Turner and yours truly from the locker room as we bring you the post-game show brought to you exclusively by the Boulevard State Bank. Not much to say, quite frankly. Maybe it's just been a better case, Blake, of the better team winning out.
I think that's, you had the feeling inevitably that's what was going to happen. You'd like to see, of course, Wichita win one here in front of the home fans. Have another couple of games, force it into 4 and look good, but again, a couple of mistakes in this game, and a long 48-game season, unprecedented in MISL history, took its toll on Wichita. A great season, an exciting season, and that's what you come to do, is have some fun and excitement at the Wings games. And that's certainly what happened tonight. A good, entertaining contest. The season is over for Wichita. There's going to be more to come. We'll watch San Diego as they go on to carry the banner of the West in the MISL Championship Series.